The purpose of this presentation is to educate you as to what the DriveCam program is, how it works, and how it will benefit you. First, a little about DriveCam, the company. We're a rapidly growing company founded in 1998. Our driver risk management program is currently deployed on more than 500 commercial and government fleets worldwide, protecting over 400,000 drivers and monitoring more than 20 billion miles annually. Reductions in collisions and their associated costs of 50% or more are common for organizations committed to using the program. In fact, a study sponsored by the U.S. Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration found that the DriveCam program reduced risky driving 37% to 52% in fleets participating in the study. Driving is a risky and expensive aspect of any organization. To be successful, organizations must constantly seek to improve safety results. Globally, hundreds of thousands of people needlessly lose their lives each year in traffic collisions. Millions more are injured, and the costs are over $1 trillion. Most of these statistics are not the result of an isolated mistake. They are the ultimate consequences of risky driving habits repeated over and over, many times unknowingly by the driver. The key to reducing risk behind the wheel is to identify and correct risky driving practices before they lead to a collision. That's exactly what the DriveCam program will do for you and your organization. Before hearing how the program works, let's first learn a little about the DriveCam video event recorders that will be installed in your organization's vehicles. The video event recorder is dual lens. The forward lens captures the view in front of the vehicle. The inside lens captures what's inside the vehicle, plus whatever is visible through the side and rear windows. It also records audio. Sound is crucial to understanding what happened, especially in a collision. Was a horn sounded in warning? Can we hear vehicles braking or tires screeching? If an emergency vehicle is involved, can a siren be heard? The audio can also help to confirm if there was contact with another vehicle, or if it was just a close call. The video event recorder is connected to constant power and is continuously recording, but overwriting the data unless it's triggered by risky driving. It only saves video and audio when activated by unusual driving actions, such as hard braking, swerving, speeding, or of course, a crash. Once an event is triggered, a 12-second digital video clip will be saved consisting of the 8 seconds before the triggering force and 4 seconds afterwards. That's right, only 12 seconds. The device has 2 LED lights. The LED on the right is the status light. If it is lit, the video event recorder is powered on. When there are no events, this LED will be solid green. The status light will blink red and green when the device is activated and in the process of saving an event. Once the event is saved, it will turn to a solid red light. A solid red light means there are 1 or more events stored on the video event recorder. The video event recorder can store hundreds of events in its memory. The status light will rapidly blink red if the unit has connected and is downloading events. Once the events have been successfully downloaded, the status light will return to a solid green. The left LED is the warning light and reports on the condition of the device. Notify your supervisor if the warning light is solid red or flashing. Check with your company for information about the light patterns if you have our optional fuel efficiency device in your vehicle. The event recorder has GPS to capture speed and location when an event is triggered. As an optional tool, this can also include the ability to track vehicle location for route optimization and fuel efficiency purposes. Since it's unusual driving activity that triggers the video event recorder, it is the driver and what he or she does that determines if any driving video will be saved. Many drivers go days and weeks before triggering even one recording. Overall, our clients average less than 2 minutes of recorded video per vehicle each month, about 6 seconds each workday, and the safest drivers average just a fraction of that. It's not Big Brother. A DriveCam video event recorder cannot be activated remotely by someone who isn't in the vehicle. Also, there is no way for someone to get a remote live view through the device. The sensitivity of the video event recorder is set to the type of vehicle it is installed in. It is calibrated by DriveCam based on data from other fleets with similar vehicles and driving conditions. A driver can manually activate an event by pushing the button on the bottom of the event recorder. Here are some examples of when this can be useful. Depending on the vehicle's size and weight, it's possible the video event recorder may not activate in a very low-speed impact or a sideswipe type of event. Push the manual button to capture the facts. Maybe your work involves going onto a customer's premises, but the gate is locked or the entryway is obstructed. Use the manual button to support the fact you couldn't get onto the premises. If you carry passengers, use this button to record unruly passengers or instances where a passenger has fallen down. Look to your organization for guidelines on when to use the manual trigger. Here's how the DriveCam process works. The video event recorder is triggered when vehicle force or speed exceeds the settings and a digital video clip is saved on the device. At scheduled times, the event recorder connects by cellular modem and sends the data to the DriveCam Review Center. Once at the Review Center, the video clips are reviewed and assessed for risk by our driver risk analysts. These are highly trained specialists who have undergone extensive training and testing to qualify for this role. Events that meet a threshold of concern are marked as requiring coaching. Incidents displaying exceptional driving are identified for positive recognition. Designated coaches from your organization, with the proper security access, log into DriveCam online to see if there are any events from his or her group that are assigned for coaching. When coaching is assigned, your supervisor will meet with you to review and discuss the video. The goal of the meeting is for you to understand what the risky action was and what needs to change to reduce risk in the future. The focus is on identifying ways you can become a safer driver. The final step is to use what you learned in the meeting the next time you take the wheel. What are the benefits to your organization? First, it protects against the fraudulent claims that are so often directed at fleet operators. Video shows what really happened. Inaccurate witness reports cause organizations to needlessly pay out millions of dollars in claims every year. It will uncover risky driving habits before they lead to a crash. This means safer employees, fewer collisions, and big savings for the fleet. It also helps management to better focus training efforts because the program will isolate the areas where skills need the most improvement. And it provides the means to identify and recognize drivers who are operating safely day after day. So what are the benefits for you? There are several. First, it captures erratic moves by other drivers around you, often the root cause of the problems. It protects you against false statements by others. Many drivers have been exonerated due to the presence of DriveCam video. Everyone wants to be a safe driver, but risky habits must be identified before they can be corrected. DriveCam is the tool that helps you recognize risky behaviors before they lead to a crash. This means you and any passengers will be safer. It's common for employees to be uncomfortable about the program at first, but once past the first few days, drivers get used to it. They quickly understand the invaluable role it plays in improving driving, and they appreciate there will be video to validate what really happened if there is a collision. Let's look at another video.
I've been with Cisco 9 years. The hardest part of my job, I would say, the early hours and just trying to keep alert out on the road. At first, when they installed the drive cam, I was not comfortable with it, just the fact of having a camera on you the whole time. But after I had that accident, I was glad that I had the drive cam. As I was approaching an intersection, the bus starts pulling out. I tried to brake, but I wasn't able to avoid them. I was just glad that the camera captured everything, the drive cam. It showed that, I was doing my job. It's there to help you out in case of an accident. You can't always control what happens. At least you'll know you have a drive cam to protect you.
This first video is an event that was marked for positive recognition. Most drivers would have pulled up to the stoplight and then realized the problem. This driver anticipates the problems faced by a large truck turning right early and stops far enough back to prevent complications for everyone. By the way, the lens on the event recorder is curved in order to capture a broader field of view. This will cause objects in the video to appear farther away than they really are. Keep this in mind when you are viewing DriveCam video in the future. This next event reveals seeing habits that could lead to problems if left uncorrected. The driver focuses most of his attention to his left as he's attempting to merge during morning rush hour. Unfortunately, he discovers too late that traffic ahead is slowing and coming to a halt. Luckily, there is space to the right to swerve into and avoid a collision. After viewing this video, the driver recognized the need to look far ahead as well as to the next lane when attempting to merge in heavy traffic. Mystery damage occurs in all fleets. Because the video event recorder is always on, it's able to capture incidents even when the vehicle is unoccupied. This reduces the chances responsibility for vehicle damages will be assigned to the wrong person. Here's one last video to show the important role video can play in protecting drivers against false claims. Notice the DriveCam vehicle has excellent space ahead and appears to be traveling at a reasonable speed. Suddenly, a white service truck charges across from behind the oncoming beverage truck. The DriveCam vehicle is forced to swerve to the right to avoid the service truck, but unfortunately hits a sedan in the next lane. Meanwhile, the service truck, the cause of the incident, drives off unscathed. Without the video to prove otherwise, the fact the DriveCam vehicle cut off the sedan would have been enough for this driver to be blamed. Fortunately, the video verifies the driver of the service truck was at fault. Driving is probably the riskiest activity you will undertake today, and yet far too many people take this task lightly. Use the DriveCam program as your tool to consistently improve your driving skills, reduce your risk behind the wheel, and protect you against false claims. Just as it has with employees from many other organizations, we're confident your participation in this program will dramatically increase your safety. Please refer to your organization if you have additional comments or questions. Thank you for your time.